Sawasdee good morning. Thank you for joining us on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT Radio Thailand FM 88 and NBT World. Today is Sunday, April 5th, and you're with me, Surapan Lautaranarit. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. First up, Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha has pledged that the government and the National Council for Peace and Order, or NCPO, will utilize their prerogatives granted by Section 44 of the interim constitution in the most constructive way. With the revocation of martial law, General Prayut said Section 44 empowers the government in the handling of security affairs. The existence of Section 44 also helps prevent problems that may arise from extended enforcement of the Internal Security Act and the Emergency Decree. According to him, the new system will not violate human rights or overshadow the power of the courts, adding that the government will use Section 44 to ensure progress of the government's work. He also asked all sides to help maintain a peaceful atmosphere and foster understanding among foreigners. On the auspicious occasion of Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Sirinthorn's 60th birthday anniversary, General Prayut invited all Thais to send best wishes to the princess, who has greatly contributed to and made sacrifices for her people. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has vowed to bring civil servants involved in human trafficking to justice, as the government declared the crime a national agenda. During the opening speech of a meeting on human trafficking prevention and suppression, Prime Minister Prayut said it is important that related agencies combine forces to root out such crime, adding that it's about time they repaired the mistake. The Premier stressed the need to urgently solve rampant problems, including forced labor, child beggars, and sex trade. He issued an ultimatum ordering agencies concerned to do away with child labor and prostitution in the capital and the vicinity within 1 month. Officials found to have turned a blind eye on the problems will face disciplinary and legal actions. Apart from imposition of punishments on wrongdoers, General Prayut suggested that victims of human trafficking be provided with job opportunities so as not to fall into the hands of bad people again. The Premier also took this opportunity to update the participants on the progress of the rescue operation for Thai fishermen trapped in Indonesia.
This is an auspicious occasion where the Prime Minister has transmitted his instruction to all provincial governors and the authority concerned about this national agenda, combating the human trafficking. In fact, our Prime Minister is very serious about the issue from day one when he assumed the duty. But of course, during the past 4 months, as we witness, there has been a great deal of actions taken on the part of government to fight off these very chronic issues here in Thailand.
The government has so far secured the release of more than 150 people from Ambon Island and have filed another 18 lawsuits against those involved in human trafficking. It has also busted 6 human trafficking networks and brought 8 officials to justice. The Ministry of Transport confirms that Thailand and Japan have signed an agreement to allow charter flights to continue operating between the two countries for another 2 months. Following Japan's prohibition of Thai airlines from conducting charter flights to the country, Transport Minister Air Chief Marshal Prajin Chantong announced that the Japan Civil Aviation Bureau, or JCAB, has agreed to sign a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, with Thailand's Department of Civil Aviation temporarily relaxing the effect of its previous order. The MOU stipulates that all charter flights from Thailand can enter Japan normally, effective from April 11th to May 31st. However, the types of aircraft used must remain unchanged. As Japan concurred to help Thailand enhance safety standards in its aviation industry, Thailand is also required to submit progress reports on the overhaul of the Department of Civil Aviation to JCAB periodically. Meanwhile, JCAB is authorized to carry out tests on Thai pilots and aircraft anytime. The Communist Party chief of Guangxi-Zhuang Autonomous Region of China has discussed trade cooperation with the Thai Minister of Commerce, setting a target to increase trade value twofold in the next 3 years. Mr. Peng Qinghua, Secretary of the Communist Party Committee of Guangxi-Zhuang Autonomous Region, has paid a courtesy call on Thai Commerce Minister General Chatchai Sarikalaya during his official visit to Thailand. The officials took this opportunity to discuss trade and investment cooperation, as well as development of industrial estates in the cities of Cheongzuo and Yulin. The Guangxi Communist Party chief also requested Thailand's support for a logistics network project under the Pan-Beibu Gulf Economic Cooperation, which will be beneficial for the enhancement of basic infrastructure and regional connectivity. In exchange, the Thai Commerce Minister asked for a special privilege of being able to ship Thai produce to China by sea, rather than by land, which is more costly. On this occasion, both agreed to a proposal that the trade value between Thailand and Guangxi should be doubled within 3 years' time. In 2013, bilateral trade was worth to the tune of $491 million, increasing 61% from the year before. Thailand exported $285 million worth of goods to Guangxi, whereas imports from the region were valued at $206 million. To celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Thai-Sino diplomatic relations, the Commerce Ministry has accepted Guangxi's invitation to display Thai products at the 12th China ASEAN Expo, which is to be organized in its capital, Nanning, during September 18th to 21st this year. The Ministry of Defense is coordinating with related units nationwide on the provision of safety for holiday makers throughout the upcoming Songkran Festival. Deputy Prime Minister and Defense Minister General Prawit Wongsuwan chaired a video conference with heads of regional defense offices in Chonburi, Khon Kaen, Chiang Mai, and Phuket in order to ensure their preparedness for security operations during the Songkran holiday. The officials reported that they are integrating efforts with police, soldiers, and the civil sector, both in Bangkok and in their respective areas, for the protection of people's lives and properties. They voiced full readiness to prevent road accidents and crimes, especially in popular tourist spots and venues of Songkran festivities. General Prawit advised the officials that more emphasis should be placed on preventive measures for accidents, as well as prompt response to emergency situations. Public awareness should also be raised on the causes of accidents, so as to encourage more participation in prevention efforts. In addition, the police and the military have been instructed to enforce the law more stringently. People, meanwhile, are urged to contribute to public safety by notifying authorities of accidents or any suspicious activities or individuals. Suvarnabhumi Airport is prepared to deal with an expected increase in the number of travelers during the upcoming Songkran Festival between April 9th and 19th, said Director of Suvarnabhumi Airport, Prapon Patthamakit Sakun. According to Mr. Prapon, the number of passengers this year is expected to shoot up to 1.76 million passengers, or an average of 160,000 passengers per day, a 16.91% increase from that of Songkran 2014. There will be a total of 9,948 flights, or an average of 904 flights daily at the airport, increasing by 7% from last year. 7,812 of them are international flights, and 2,139 are domestic flights. Due to the increase of passengers, 19 airlines have added a total of 328 extra flights, both scheduled and charter flights. Suvarnabhumi Airport has set a plan to facilitate them and ensure aviation safety in all aspects. Airport personnel will be on standby to provide services to passengers around the clock. Mr. Prapon has advised passengers to arrive at the airport 3 hours before departure time to avoid missing the flights. They can catch the airport rail link to the airport, as the rail system has extended its service hours to half an hour past midnight to accommodate night flight passengers. The Grand Palace in Bangkok has been listed on CNN.com website as the third most visited palaces in the world. International news agency CNN's website, CNN.com, published a top 10 ranking article titled World's Most Visited Palaces and Castles on March 30th, 2015. The ranking featured Bangkok's Grand Palace being ranked third after the Forbidden City in Beijing and the Louvre in Paris. The Grand Palace in Bangkok sees 8 million annual visitors, and the Temple of the Emerald Buddha in the palace's ground is a popular tourist destination, with architectural features renowned as one of the most beautiful in Thailand. CNN's World's Most Visited Palaces and Castles list is comprised of the Forbidden City Palace Museum in Beijing at the first place, the Louvre in Paris at the second place, the Grand Palace in Bangkok at the third place, followed by the Palace of Versailles in France, the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul, the Winter Palace State Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, the Tower of London, the Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna, the Alhambra y Generalife in Granada, and the Shuri Castle in Okinawa. The Committee on Media and ICT Reform of the National Reform Council, or NRC, has formed a subcommittee to draft a law to protect freedom and promote media ethics. The legislation is aimed at making the media independent and free from interference. The deputy spokesman of the committee said the 15-member subcommittee consisted of 5 members of the NRC and 10 representatives of the media and lawyers. The committee's main task was to draft a law to establish a media association whose work was to ensure freedom, welfare, and protection for the media, said the deputy spokesman. According to the deputy spokesman, there are 3 principles of the media reform, including freedom with responsibility, freedom for the greater good of the public, and freedom without interference from the government and business organizations. The deputy spokesman expressed his confidence that the media reform would help increase standards and credibility of the media. For people who are looking for fun things to do in Bangkok, the Red Cross Fair is open to everyone to join. As usual, there are lots of food, clothes, and other appliances you can buy here at discounted prices. Kulisanari Wichit-Sarasat has his story.
The Red Cross Fair is an annual event where hundreds of thousands of people attend to buy special priced goods, eat delicious food, and participate in fun activities like prize draws and bingo games. As you can see here, there are a number of markets styled like traditional wooden Thai houses, replicated from original outdoor markets in popular parts of Thailand. For example, the Bang Nam Phung floating market in Samut Prakan can also be found there with its delicious well-known food, the fried mussel fritters. The one you're seeing here is adapted from Knom Krok, or a Thai traditional snack made from flour and coconut milk, but here the chef adds in some oysters. You can look forward to tasting all types of food here, so we suggest trying everything instead of stuffing yourself with one dish. Here you can find steamed fish with curry paste, knom takko, a Thai pudding made from coconut topping, and pork satay with peanut sauce. If you like noodles, there are various to choose from.
Red Cross Fair, there is more than 280 organizations join the annual Red Cross Fair this year. So there is so many activity will be occur inside this fair. For example, amusement show, game of chance, selling various products. So the people who come to join the Red Cross Fair will enjoy.
The Red Cross Fair is open from today to April 7th, from Monday to Friday at 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. On Saturday and Sunday, it is opened at 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Entrance fee is 20 baht. The funds from the fair will support charity events of the Thai Red Cross Society.
And that's the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Before we take a quick break, let's have a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. First among them, to uphold the three pillars: the nation, religion, and the monarchy.
How could you do that to me? Stop it! Huh? Don't you get it? I don't need you anymore. Enough! We're through. There's someone else in my life.
Say no to the past. Bring your own bag. Say no to plastic.
NBT World, a 24-hour English language television service operated by the National News Bureau of Thailand, or NNT, is designed to bring the most reliable information about Thailand to the international community. NBT World is available on various platforms, including via C-band set-top boxes, GMMZ Channel 202, PSI Channel 272, and a live stream on thainews.prd.go.th/newsing. You can also follow us on facebook.com/NNT News or download the PRD News EN application on your smartphones. NBT World, a vision of Thailand.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. Thailand is seeking cooperation from Laos in order to enhance both countries' logistics and water transportation system. Khun Thanakorn Sangiem has the details.
This river is not just any river. It is the Mekong River that is a natural border between Thailand and Laos and flows through many countries in the Southeast Asia region. It is also a key logistics and transportation river, with ferries and vessels cruising across and along the river. Due to many activities in the area, security is an important measure to focus on along this international river, which lies as the border in the north and northeastern part of Thailand. Xiangshan District in Chiang Rai Province is the operation base of the MRU, or the Mekong River Line Unit, taking care of the security for Thailand and the region. As a subdivision of the Royal Thai Navy, the MRU's objective is to maintain the security and orderliness of all the activity along the Mekong River and to suppress illegal conducts such as drug smuggling and human trafficking. The unit is also a part of the Safe Mekong Operation, a mutual cooperation by China, Myanmar, Laos, and Thailand to combat drug smuggling in the Mekong region.
หลักๆก็คือการรักษาความมั่นคงเราจะดูในเรื่องของยาเสพติดเรื่องการกระทำผิดกฎหมายในบริเวณแม่น้ำโขงเช่นการขนของที่ผิดกฎหมายแรงงานต่างด้าวการปราบปรามยาเสพติดนะครับก็มีการลาดตระเวนทางเรือที่เพิ่มจำนวนเที่ยวที่มากขึ้นถ้าเราทำงานอยู่หน่วยเดียวประเทศไทยเนี่ยเข้มแข็งอยู่หน่วยเดียวในการจริงจังกับการปราบปรามยาเสพติดเนี่ยมันก็จะไม่เกิดความร่วมมือก็เลยเกิดความร่วมมือของเซฟแม่โขงก็คือทุกคนเข้มแข็งพร้อมกันแล้วทำงานในเวลาใกล้เคียงกันทุกคนร่วมมือร่วมใจในการทำงานนะครับ
River patrols are the main operation for the MRU. Patrols are regularly carried out with speedboats equipped with security control equipment and military personnel on board. The patrol has also been carried out with multinational forces from the 4 nations of the Safe Mekong operation in an attempt to suppress drugs and illicit substances transport on the Mekong River. The river transportation scene is expected to grow even more from the realization of the ASEAN community and the establishment of the special economic zones along the border. Thus, the security control is progressively required to maintain the order.
ก็จริงๆเราก็เข้มข้นอยู่แล้วนะครับคือมันก็คงจะเข้มข้นได้ที่สุดเท่าที่กำลังด้วยทรัพยากรที่เรามีแต่จริงๆแล้วผมก็อยากจะฝากว่าจริงๆแล้วความมั่งคั่งกับเรื่องความมั่นคงเนี่ยมันต้องไปคู่กันบางทีถ้าเราต้องการ AC ต้องการเรื่องความมั่งคั่งอย่างเดียวเนี่ยมันจะให้ความมั่นคงเนี่ยมันด้อยลงไปเพราะฉะนั้นทั้ง2อย่างต้องเดินควบคู่กันไปนะครับ
The operations of the Mekong River Line Unit reflects the effort to maintain the border security through cooperation with neighboring countries that will benefit in orderliness. The secure border area will also encourage entrepreneurs to invest more in this promising area and improve the livelihood of the people by eliminating the drugs and illegal conducts in the area. The Mekong River Line Unit in Chiang Rai Province will continue its service as well as the multinational cooperation for the national security that will run in parallel with national prosperity. Thanakorn Singiem reporting.
And now moving on to news from around the globe. A total of 440 Indians returned home from Yemen on Friday as the government launched a massive operation to pull citizens out of the conflict zone. One plane carrying 334 evacuees landed in western Mumbai city, while another plane with 106 passengers touched down in the southern state of Kerala. India is trying to get around 4,000 nationals, more than half of them nurses, out of Yemen, where Shiite Houthi fighters have swept into the southern port city of Aden, despite an air campaign led by Saudi Arabia to check their advance. The government provided transport and money to help the passengers get home. A man was rescued off the North Carolina coast after being missing at sea for 66 days on Thursday. New video shows the sailor being hoisted from his disabled boat into a Coast Guard helicopter. The man, 37-year-old Louis Jordan of South Carolina, has been sent to a hospital in Norfolk, Virginia, the U.S. Coast Guard said. A German-flagged vessel alerted the Coast Guard midday on Thursday that it has spotted the man and his disabled boat some 200 miles east of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, and took him aboard. Jordan told ABC News that he suffered a broken collarbone when the ship capsized. Heavy rain caused a road to collapse in Kentucky after flash flooding hit the area. Parts of Kentucky are under a flash flood warning on Friday after a cluster of heavy storms moved through sections of the state. Video from Brownsboro, Kentucky showed the collapse of a part of Brownsboro Road, leaving a massive hole in the pavement and a guardrail suspended above the rushing waters below, according to NBC. However, there were no reports of injuries, local media said. And that's all for today's edition of Newsline. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/newsinc. And for now, we're going to say goodbye with a dinosaur exhibition in Khon Kaen province. I'm Surapan Lau Tharanarit. Thank you for joining us and enjoy your Sunday. สวัสดีครับ